What can we say about Burt Reynolds? Hunk? Movie star? TV star? All three? He was all three. He rated very high on the hunkometer. Don't try and look that word up, it's been invented by us just for Burt. He was also one of Hollywood's biggest stars and appeared in top shows on TV, too. For the 3 seasons between 1962 and 1965, Burt starred in the classic TV western Gunsmoke. It made him a household name and gave him both exposure and experience. In this video, we want to celebrate Burt Reynolds' amazing career while also looking at his life and why he chose acting. Firstly, then, some background, and then his early career. Burt was born in 1936 in Lansing, Michigan. His father had been drafted into the U.S. Army and was based in the area. Several home moves followed as his father was posted to different bases around the U.S. and Europe. When Burt's father was in Europe, the Reynolds family lived in Lake City, Michigan. When Burt was 10, another move took the family to Riviera Beach, Florida, and his father held the post of chief of police there. As a youngster, Burt showed promise as a football player and was given a football scholarship to study at Florida State University. Burt's dream of a career as a professional football player ended when he injured his knee and then suffered several injuries in a car accident. These injuries affected his ability to play top-flight football, and he retired from the game. He considered joining the police, but was discouraged by his father who suggested parole work. He needed to finish his education in order to progress, so he enrolled at Palm Beach Junior College. Here, he studied English and met Watson B. Duncan III, who encouraged him to try acting. Watson Duncan had a positive influence on Burt's ambitions, and later he named him as the greatest influence in his life. His first taste of acting on stage was rewarded with the State Drama Award. This included as part of the prize of a scholarship to a summer stock theater in New York. Burt developed an appetite for acting. As a result, he found a new agent, and, as they say, the rest is history. Burt's first professional role was in New York City in Tea and Sympathy, which he followed with a part in Look We've Come Through. He got good reviews, and the play was well received. The company embarked on a tour, and Burt not only was a cast member, he also drove the bus. Back in New York, newly invigorated by his success, Burt decided to take some acting classes. At one point, Burt did consider giving up the stage. He was persuaded not to do so, though. He then was cast in the play Mr. Roberts with Charlton Heston in the lead role, but he changed his mind about quitting and decided that acting really was for him. Burt's similarity in looks to Marlon Brando played against him during his early career. He lost a role in the film Sayonara because of it, but his looks and physique were soon to play to his advantage. When auditioning for the renowned studio boss Lew Wasserman, it was noticed that Burt did have a certain effect on women. It's no surprise to learn that he was considered to be a sex symbol and his looks and muscles attracted female fans. Later, Wasserman remembered this, and Burt was signed to Universal. This led to his first real break when he got the role of Ben Fraser in the TV series Riverboat. Maybe foolishly, but Burt quit after only 20 episodes, citing disagreements with the producer. Quitting a TV series is not a very good idea, as Burt found out. He found getting work hard, and like many Hollywood wannabes, he waited tables, washed dishes, and worked as a bouncer. He guest starred in a string of TV shows, including The Aquanauts and Alfred Hitchcock Presents. In 1961, he got his first film role in Angel Baby and followed it up with a role in Armored Command. More TV appearances followed, in series such as Perry Mason and Route 66, among others. Gunsmoke was one of the most highly rated shows on TV at this time. One of the stars, Dennis Weaver, was keen to leave the cast. In response, the producers decided to create a new character. Quint Asper was described as a half-breed blacksmith who was part Native American and part white. Burt got the part ahead of 300 other hopefuls. He certainly looked the part. He has Cherokee heritage in his ancestry. Playing Quint Asper in Gunsmoke brought Burt Reynolds into American homes every week and gave him the high profile he needed when he finally left the series. Burt was part of the cast from 1962 to 1965, leaving because he believed the show was only going to run for another season. In fact, it ran until 1975, dominating TV schedules for 20 years. It had already run on radio from 1952 to 1961, making it one of broadcasting's greatest shows. Burt later stated that his time appearing on Gunsmoke was the happiest of his life. Evidently, he thought his invite was just to be a guest. It only became clear he was wanted as a regular member of the cast after the audition. The cast, he said, were very much a team and supported each other at all times. There was no jealousy or recriminations. It was as if a group of friends were performing together. Burt also felt that Gunsmoke was a great show for young actors to learn the ropes. As well as learning acting skills, they learned how to behave around a set and how to treat their fellow actors and the production team members. Behaving well was really the only option, because the two main stars, Jim Arness and Milburn Stone, would not tolerate any other behavior. One of the reasons that Burt reluctantly left the cast was that Jim Arness suggested he was destined to be a movie star. To an extent, Burt also felt that after 3 years he needed to move on to fresh fields. The thought that the series was coming to an end helped his decision. Burt said that he often wondered what his career would have been like if he had stayed with Gunsmoke for its remaining 10 years. Here at Facts First, we think that he made the right decision to leave. His career would have been so different if he had been tied to Gunsmoke. Do you agree? When you comment at the end of the video, please do tell us if Burt did the right thing. Just say right, or he should have stayed, or just say wrong. In 1965, Burt took the lead role in an action film, Operation CIA, and made guest appearances on TV in Flipper, 12 O'Clock High, and the FBI. He then became John Hawk in the TV series Hawk, which lasted for 17 episodes from 1966 to 1967. Burt then appeared in a succession of films. First was Navajo Joe, which was a spaghetti western, followed by Shark, Fade In, Impasse, and Sam Whiskey. After that, he was given a supporting role in 100 Rifles with Raquel Welch. 2 TV films in 1970, Hunters Are for Killing and Run, Simon Run, along with the big-screen movie Skullduggery, launched Burt into the 70s, during which he reached the pinnacle of his career. From 1970 to 1971, Burt appeared as the lead in the police drama series Dan August. The 26-episode series was the only one to be aired as it was not renewed. During the early 70s, Burt became a regular guest on talk shows on U.S. television. He was considered to be an entertaining and non-controversial guest. He was even offered the chance to host his own talk show but refused. He was too busy with acting commitments. In 1972, Deliverance proved to be a critical and financial success. In the same year, he starred in Fuzz, and in 1973 was Seamus in the movie Seamus. That year also saw Burt in the car chase movie White Lightning, a genre he has returned to time and again. After The Longest Yard, At Long Last Love, and Lucky Lady, he hit the jackpot again with the car chase film WW and the Dixie Dance Kings. Then it was another cop drama, Hustle. Burt's most successful film was the 1977 release Smokey and the Bandit. Another car chase, but a comedy this time, was Hooper in 1978. More car chases came with Smokey and the Bandit 2 in 1980 and The Cannonball Run in 1981. These years were the absolute peak of Burt's career. He had enjoyed a string of successes while directing or acting. He also gave musicals another go with The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas in 1982, which was a box office winner. In this year, Burt was voted the United States' most popular star for the 5th time. 1983, however, was the start of a lean period. Stroker Ace and The Man Who Loved Women were both box office flops. Cannonball Run 2 was a modest success, but City Heat, Stick, Heat, Rent-A-Cop, and Malone were all disappointments, both critically and at the box office. Switching Channels, which was described as a screwball comedy, did badly, as did Physical Evidence and Breaking In. Accepting that things were not going well, Burt returned to TV for a while. He starred in 2 seasons of B.L. Stryker between 1989 and 1990. He followed this with the sitcom Evening Shade, which proved popular, running for 98 episodes over 4 seasons between 1990 and 1994. Burt won an Emmy for his role in the show. Burt returned to movies in 1995, playing the lead role in The Maddening, which was a horror film. He was now being seen more as a character actor rather than a traditional leading man. He appeared in several films from 1996 to 1997, and then it was back to the big time with Boogie Nights in 1997. His performance in the film gained him 12 awards, plus another 3 nominations, one of which was for an Oscar. With his career back on track, Burt continued to star and direct in movies. He also starred in some straight-to-video releases, some TV movies. He even did some voice acting. In a homage to his car chase success, Burt played Boss Hogg in the 2005 film The Dukes of Hazzard. He then starred in some 17 more films before his last film, Defining Moments, that was released after his death. Burt was married twice, and he also had 2 long-term partners during his life. He was a businessman owning restaurants and a theater in Florida. His enthusiasm for football led him to becoming one of the owners of the Tampa Bay Bandits. He was also a co-owner of a NASCAR team called Mach 1 Racing. In his later life, Burt suffered from a heart condition that required heart bypass surgery in 2010. He was forced to file for bankruptcy in 1997 and again was forced to sell property in 2014 to cover debts. Burt Reynolds died as the result of a heart attack in September of 2018. During his career, Burt appeared in 102 movies and 65 TV shows. In some of those, he was a voice actor. In others, he made a guest appearance in single episodes. He was a Hollywood fixture for 60 years. That is one incredible legacy for one man to leave behind. Factsverse feels honored to have been able to trace Burt's career, and we hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Subscribe to Factsverse, and you'll be able to view many more similar videos. Please do comment on the video and press the like button if you appreciated what you viewed. Don't forget to comment on his decision to leave Gunsmoke.